I'm Ryan from ExtremeTerrain.com, and this is my review and installation of the Rugged Ridge Hardtop insulation in black, fitting all 2007 and up JKs. There are a couple different versions of this insulation, one for those of you with the 2007 to 2010 JK, and one for those of you with the 2011 and up. And of course, there are different versions for those of you with the 2-door and the 4-door JK, so make sure you get the right version for your Jeep. Today we're going to talk through the installation of this insulation, which is a very simple 1 out of 3 wrench install. This does use Velcro to install on the underside of your hardtop, and you can probably get it installed in right around an hour, but we'll talk more about the installation in just a second. We're also going to talk through the construction and a few of the features of this insulation. Hardtop insulation is going to do a couple of things for you. First and foremost, and the reason that I would buy hardtop insulation, is the fact that it completely changes the look of the inside of your Jeep. From the factory, your hardtop is white on the inside, which never made too much sense to me. I much prefer to have more of a headliner style, and adding insulation is going to do that. But it's also going to have some additional benefits. It's going to insulate you against heat and cold in the summer and the winter, making it a little bit more comfortable for you inside the cab of your Jeep. And it's also going to cut down on road noise, especially if you have big knobby tires on your Jeep. You know how noisy it can get on the inside of your Wrangler, so having some insulation will help to cut down on that noise. There are a couple of different versions of this insulation available from different manufacturers. Some are a thicker foam material that will have more of an insulative property, and some look a little bit cleaner, a little bit neater. So depending on what you're after, whether it's the look or the function, you have a few different options. These ones from Rugged Ridge, I think, are appropriately priced for what you're getting, and they're somewhere in the middle as far as the insulative property and the looks. As I mentioned before, there are a couple of different types of hardtop insulation out there. There are some insulations that are a really thick foam that's very dense, and again, that is going to help a little bit more with cutting down noise and helping with temperature insulation. This is a bit of a thinner material. It has the same type of material on the inside and the outside that makes sort of a pocket that has the insulation on the inside of that. As you can see, there's sort of panels that are divided up, double stitch on the inside, and on the back side, they're going to have the Velcro material that you actually use to attach this onto the underside of your hardtop. The nice thing about this, because it is flexible and because it is a little bit thinner, is that you can install this with the hardtop installed on the Jeep. Some of those thicker, more insulative hardtop insulation liners do have to be installed with the top off of the Jeep, flipped upside down, or at least raised up to give you a little bit more space. This design definitely will make it easier to install. So getting a little bit more into that installation, this is a 1 out of 3 wrench install that shouldn't take you more than an hour to complete. What's very important with this installation, because you are using Velcro that attaches to the underside of your hardtop with a adhesive material, is that the underside of your hardtop is very, very clean. Anytime you're using an adhesive, you want to make sure you clean the surface beforehand, but that's what's going to ensure that these stay in place and do what they're supposed to do. So the first step is going to be actually attaching the Velcro pieces to the underside of your hardtop. Before you attach each of them, you can hold your hardtop insulation panel up, see exactly where it fits, clean the area that you want to attach that Velcro, peel the backing off of it, and attach it onto the hardtop. After that, it's just a matter of pushing these into place, using that Velcro to hold them up on the hardtop. Now, you're not going to want to remove these for the first roughly 72 hours to allow that Velcro to really set up and attach properly to the underside of your hardtop. But after that, if you ever did want to remove these, you can simply peel them down and reapply them with Velcro. Now, that's how the installation instructions tell you to get these installed, but possibly an easier way to do this would be actually attaching the small Velcro strips that are included in the box to the insulation itself, peeling the backing strips off of them, cleaning the entire underside of your hardtop, and then putting everything up in one piece. That way you're ensuring that the Velcro is going to line up with the other side of the Velcro on the actual insulation. But either way you choose to go about the install, it's going to be a very simple installation. Shouldn't take you more than an hour to complete. You're not going to need any real tools, just a good alcohol-based cleaner. This installation comes in at right around $165 for the full kit, including all the Velcro and everything you need to get it installed, which in my opinion isn't a bad price for what you're getting. Like I said before, it drastically changes the look of your interior, really gives you a much more finished, much more plush look, and you also get the insulative properties from both temperature and from sound. Now, when you compare this to some of the other insulation that is available on the market, as I said before, this is going to be a little bit thinner, which makes it easier to install, but probably not as insulative, and it's not going to be quite as finished as some of the other versions out there. But no matter which version you go with, they're all right around the same price tag, so it just depends on what you want in your Jeep. So whether you're looking at hardtop insulation because you want to insulate your Jeep against hot and cold or noise, or you want to change up the look of the interior of your Jeep, this is going to be a really easy to install and fairly priced option. So that's my review of the Rugged Ridge hardtop insulation in black, fitting all 2007 and up JKs that you can find right here at ExtremeTerrain.com.